The electronic Jacquard machine has 3 positions where the load suddenly changes. 1. Highest position. 2. The front and back 2, sharply changing load positions, approximately 4 mm away from the highest position. Among them, the 2 sharply changing load positions, located approximately 4 mm from the highest position, will affect A. The output signal of proximity switch C1 or proximity switch C2. B. The service life of electronic Jacquard machines. The electronic Jacquard machine passively operates according to the instructions of the loom, with the main instructions being the output signals of proximity switch C1 and proximity switch C2. The output signal of proximity switch C1 or proximity switch C2 may be abnormal, mainly due to 1. Mechanical vibration in the mechanical part of the electronic Jacquard machine causes abnormal operation of the proximity switch. 2. Mechanical vibration generated by the mounting bracket of proximity switch C1 or proximity switch C2. 3. The power supply of the proximity switch is abnormal, etc. The abnormal output signals of proximity switch C1 and proximity switch C2 will result in fabric errors during i.e. the same opening error, simultaneously reflected in real-time online detection data. A. The invalid error times of proximity switch C1 and proximity switch C2. B. Mechanical fluctuations. A typical example is that the invalid error times of proximity switch C1 and C2 is 0, while the mechanical fluctuation is large. The impact of the knife on the module box is also reflected as large mechanical fluctuation, which will shorten the service life of the electronic Jacquard. For new electronic Jacquard machines, or electronic Jacquard machines that have not been in use for a long time, temporary measures can be taken in most cases to first solve fabric errors, set and enable the minimum power on angle. Note that complex work, reducing mechanical fluctuations, must be done later. Otherwise, it will shorten the service life of the electronic Jacquard machine. Include 1. Replace vulnerable parts. 2. Check or adjust the height of knife, etc. The temporary measure of minimum power on angle is to use the electrical part of the electronic Jacquard machine to remedy the mechanical part of the electronic Jacquard machine. Provided that all knives can reach the highest position without requiring simultaneous reaching of the highest position. The steps to set and enable the minimum power on angle are as follows. A. Set the speed of the loom. B. Set the minimum power on angle. C. Enable the minimum power on angle. Afterwards, the electrical part of the electronic Jacquard machine will ensure the set minimum power on angle, starting from the first effective time of proximity switch C1 every 360 degrees. That is to say, from reaching the highest position, regardless of whether the subsequent output signals of proximity switch C1 and proximity switch C2 are normal, the minimum power on angle is guaranteed. The speed of a loom refers to the nominal or average speed of the loom, not the instantaneous speed, usually fixed and unchanged. The minimum power on angle is determined based on the technical characteristics of electronic Jacquard machines. In theory, the smaller the minimum power on angle, the higher the cost of the mechanical part of the electronic Jacquard machine. For example, the minimum power on angle of the original Stoubley Jacquard machine with the cam structure is 75 degrees. The minimum power on angle of the sprocket structure is 80 degrees, etc. We will provide free technical support. Please send me all the real-time online detection data of this Jacquard machine. I will interpret these real-time online detection data, propose suggestions and work with engineers to solve the current problem with this Jacquard machine. In the process of solving problems, we also learn from engineers. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.